Hey my beautiful Gemini peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your April 2022 tarot reading. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome. And if not, it's not your message, and if you want to check out my official social medias, that'll be linked down in the description below. But Gemini, welcome on in everybody, and let's see what we got going on. Starting out here with the current energies for Gemini. What current energies are coming in here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2022. What current energies do we got coming in here for Team Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2022. What do we got going on? Let's check it out. First card out, what do we have? And we have here the Emperor. So you could be connecting potentially with an Aries for a few of you. Moving forward from that, we do have here the Chariot. And then taking a look at the last card for your current energies is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. Opening doors here, huh? I like that for you. Taking a look at that Ace of Pentacles for just a moment. You know, seeing the Ace of Pentacles usually represents pretty big opportunities coming in, something potentially huge for you. But even if we're not looking at it, wow, that was an interesting way of saying that. Even if it's not looking at it as like a giant opportunity, it could be about just doors opening up for you, getting your foot in the door, right? It's like getting into the beginning of something wonderful. I like that. So let's have a look at these cards here so far. The Emperor, the Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, you could be connecting with a Cancer or possibly here in Aries, but Emperor card is one of those cards that talk about jumping into your big boss energy. Now, for some reason, I felt the need to kind of say like the big bad wolf. I don't know why that's what I was feeling here, but it's not about that. I do feel here for you. You're jumping in a big boss energy. You're feeling pretty good. You know, Emperor card says, I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. I'm taking action. I'm about my business. So you definitely could be very career or business oriented jumping into April 2022. You might be making a lot of refreshes on your business, creating a new website, creating new products. You might be feeling very creative overall here in this month, which is, you know, genuinely pretty good. So if that's the case for you, awesome. Now with the Chariot card here, the Chariot card is kind of like the big picture. It feels to me like you're focused here on your path, right? So right now you are focusing on your future, what you're creating, what the big path is, or what the big picture is, right? Where do I want to go? Now, in order to get there, I have to get my foot in the door. That's where the Ace of Pentacles comes into place. So you want to get somewhere big, but in order to get there, everybody's got to start somewhere. So it could be about possibly starting your business to generate an income, right? That eventually is going to become something that is so sufficient for you that you can feel financially free. Maybe it's about getting your foot in the door for business, getting your foot in the door for love, getting your foot in the door for anything that you're interested in your life. You know, maybe there is a new kind of hobby that you want to experience and you want to go pro in that hobby, or you want to monetize on that. Like whatever the case may be, guys, you know, it's your life. I don't know everything, okay? I really don't. I promise you that. So I do feel, once again, in a general sense, you're getting your foot in the door here. Let's go ahead and see what you're dealing with in the month of April, okay? What are my Geminis going to be dealing with here? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2022. What are my Geminis going to be dealing with here throughout the month of April? Okay, we had a Four of Pentacles shootout. So this is a pretty interesting energy actually to see, because Four of Pentacles can be the feeling of being reserved. So you could be kind of comfortable where you're at right now in your life, but at the same time, there's restlessness. So it's interesting because you're kind of in a place of comfort, not wanting to escape your zone, but you're still restless at the same time of wanting to get out of that comfort zone. Looking at the next card here, Wheel of Fortune, yeah, which is the card that signifies change. So I can't entirely say that you're comfortable where you are. You might be in a comfort zone, but that doesn't make it the zone you really want to be in. You might be comfortable somewhere, but that's not to say that you don't really dream of a better life or dream of something different. So you do want change here. It's just getting out of your bubble or getting out of that comfort zone can seem pretty intimidating. You know, moving forward from that, we do have here the Temperance card. Temperance card is about having to be in that energy where you can be more emotionally balanced. So I do feel like this is probably in reference to getting out of your comfort zone. It's like, I know it's scary, I know it's terrifying, but I do want more for myself. And the only way for me to get there is going to have to be stepping out of my comfort zone. You know, one of the greatest things, and I've shared this on this channel so many times, I had a teacher back in, I want to say it was definitely senior year, but I think it was junior and senior together that I had this specific teacher. And the one thing that stuck with me from this teacher was get comfortable, with being uncomfortable. That was like the biggest quote I have ever taken with me in my entire life. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. When I heard that, that made like everything in my brain set off. You know, I was like, whoa, you know, that's kind of true. Like if you can get comfortable with being uncomfortable, you can consistently push yourself out of your comfort zone to try new things and to do something that's different all the time. And with that being said, it always stuck with me and it always kind of helped guide me in a way. So I feel like that could be a really great solid piece of advice to offer you here for your month of April 2022. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do something different here. Now we do have the Eight of Swords, right? Eight of Swords is those cards, or one of those cards, excuse me, that talks about feeling overwhelmed, overthinking. I'm worried though. What if I try to get my foot in the door for something new and then it doesn't succeed? It's like an instantaneous failure. There's always going to be worries about getting your foot in the door and starting something new. It's because you're not familiar with it, right? I think all of humanity has a tendency of loving familiarity. We love to be familiar with our surroundings. We love to feel comfortable. But we're never going to be able to kind of open up our comfort zones to bigger and better things until we put ourselves out there to experience it. So there is worries here, and that's natural. It's normal to worry. But lastly, for what it is that you're dealing with here, we do have here the Nine of Cups. It's like you do have, though, these dreams and these aspirations, and when you think about them, you feel incredibly fulfilled. So guys, coming into your month of April here, Gemini, it's like when you dream about things, like you feel good thinking about those dreams. You feel good dreaming about them. You know, you can totally see yourself with a life that you're interested in, and you could see yourself being very happy if it was successful. So I do believe that this month for you is about getting your foot in the door. It's about getting started on the next part of your life. And I kind of like that for you. It's about getting started on the next journey of your life here. And no matter how scary it is, no matter how nerve-wracking it is to escape that comfort zone, I think nonetheless, you are kind of determined here to make it happen. Let's go ahead and see where things are going for you. Where are things going to go here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2022. Where are things going to go here for Team Gemini? And what do we have? We have here the Five of Wands. Moving forward from that, we also have here the Devil. So let's talk about these two cards first before we pull any more. Five of Wands here to the Devil card. Okay? The thing about the Five of Wands and the Devil together is that it could mean two different things. You know, Five of Wands to the Devil could mean that you're really stressed out and you feel like you're in a negative and toxic environment, or it could mean that you're so passionate about something, you're so not necessarily obsessed with something, but you're so like, you have such a burning desire for what it is that you want to the point where it's like failure is not an option. I'm kind of picking up that vibe for you here, Gemini. It's like, I have such a burning passion this month for what it is that I want. But if I was to fail, I'd be incredibly stressed out. If I was to fail, I'd be incredibly disappointed. I feel like if I fail at what it is I was trying to get my foot in the door in, it would be a really disastrous time. So there is this feel of failure because you are leaving no room to fail. It's like, I can't fail here. I have to really be committed to what it is I'm doing. Otherwise, I might not do it at all. So based upon where things are going, I feel like you're telling yourself there is no room for failure. Failure is not an option. And in a way, that can be incredibly motivating. You know, I remember when I started this YouTube channel, I had a pretty solid job. And at the time, I was not making a lot of money on YouTube, not even enough to, you know, support myself, let alone not even as much as I was making at the job I previously worked at. And I said to myself, you know, I'm going to quit my day-to-day job and make this job a reality of mine, and there is no room for failure. I was like, failure is not an option. And the moment I did that, it was incredibly motivating. It made me get into that zone where I can continuously enjoy what I'm doing on a daily basis, but at the same time, I worked hard enough to make sure that it was sufficient for me. So I do feel like this actually could be quite a motivating experience for you. So maybe it's not that bad at all to see these two cards together, okay? Failure is not an option for you. If you're getting your foot in the door, you're gonna make sure you succeed. So keep up that attitude, Gemini. It'll motivate you to great places. Moving forward from that, though, we do have here the Hangman. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Excuse me for one moment, please. Thank you very much. So, based upon where things are going for you, Five of Wands to the Devil. We already covered that. It's that energy that there is no room for failure. Failure is not an option. Now, with the Hangman card here to the Queen of Pentacles, this is where things get pretty interesting. Hangman card is one of those cards that can represent the energy of feeling stuck, but it also could represent the energy of becoming very enlightened. I do feel like this is enlightenment for you, and with the Hangman followed up with the Queen of Pentacles, you're becoming enlightened to what it is that you do with your time. So based upon where things are going, I feel like your time management is about to get crazy, Gemini. You're realizing if I need to go all in on something, I can't have distractions. So if I'm putting my foot in the door for a business that I'm starting, or for a new career path I'm going on, or if I'm putting my foot in the door for something in my life that I want to see succeed, I need to make sure I'm giving it my 110%. So this is about managing your time, making sure your time isn't being wasted, making sure your time isn't going towards anything that is going to create stagnation for you. You want to make sure you're in a flow state to where you're constantly evolving and developing what it is you're working on. So overall here, Gemini, you want no time to be wasted. Five of Pentacles, okay? That's what I feel here with that Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, though, is another card that could represent the energy of feeling left out in the cold. So you may feel like you need to take time here to isolate from other things as you have become the priority and what you're working on has become the priority. So, maybe your friends might say to you in April 2022, Gemini, where the hell have you been? And you're going to reply, I've been working. Gemini, you didn't come hang out on Saturday. Like, what are you doing? Working. Anytime somebody messages you, what are you doing? I'm working. Because you're in this place of time right now in your life where you are making sure your focus is to get your foot in that door and then ultimately to walk into the goddamn mansion and to own that mansion yourself. It's not about just getting the foot in the door to the mansion. It's about eventually getting inside the mansion and saying, hey, I'm going to buy this whole goddamn thing and it becomes yours. That's what you want here. So there is no room here for distractions. There's also no room here for failure. It's a very big message jumping through. Let's see what the spirit guides have to say. Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Gemini spirit guides throughout April 2022? First card out, we do have here the Two of Swords. Okay, moving forward from that, we also have the Seven of Pentacles, followed up with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, everything that you're doing here, your guides are saying, everything that you're doing with your time, continue to put your passion into it. I think that not a lot of people recognize how powerful feelings and emotions can be, especially the feeling and emotion of passion. When you're very passionate about what it is that you're doing, most of the time it's 10 times more successful than you ever thought it would be. When you start something, and you start it with passion, you start it with joy, there's that spark there, there's that drive there, it builds momentum. And as the momentum starts to get built, that momentum starts to keep things going forward, and it continues to let it grow and grow and grow. Now, I know that eventually over time, momentum may slow, but that doesn't always have to be the case. People can continuously keep their momentum pumping if they stay in this attitude, which is what your spirit guides are trying to say to you. Treat everything that you do, treat everything that you invest your time into with passion. Make sure the things you're invested in are things that you are passionate about. Make sure the things you're invested in are things that are grabbing your attention, Gemini, things that you feel good when you're doing them. Because the more you start to shift your time and your energy into things that don't make you feel good, into things that are boring, into things that frustrate you and stress you out, the more you kind of start to lose that momentum. So remember, in whatever kind of form of success you're trying to gain this month, whether it's about getting your foot in the door for your career, your job, your business, or potentially anything else going on in your life, getting your foot in that door is only the first step. Right after that, you got to build the momentum. And your guides are saying, if you want to keep that momentum for rapid growth and success, you got to keep your eyes and your energy consistently involved into what motivates you, into what it is you're passionate about, into what it is that makes your heart light up with burning desire and passion. You want to make sure everything you're invested in lights a fire in you. Okay? I love it. Let's go ahead and see the overall outcome here. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Team Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout April 2022? What is going to be the overall outcome here? And what do we got? We got here the Tower. I love that too, man. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Anthony loves the Tower card? What is this stupid tarot reader talking about? Well, the Tower card is one of the most magnificent cards in the entire tarot deck, okay? And let me tell you why. The Tower usually sparks and represents a massive realization. It means that you've realized something. And anytime a Tower moment occurs, it also is a moment that signifies massive and major change. Some of you Geminis might have been seeing the number synchronicity 555. If you've been seeing 555, that stands for massive and major change is going to be taking place in your life. So the Tower card here is essentially the universe's way of telling you your old life, that is going away. This new life, though, it's being created. When you see the Tower card, you usually see a tower that's starting to fall over and it's starting to crumble. Well, this is about rebuilding your tower. You don't want to rebuild another crappy little tower. You want to build yourself a mansion. So as you let your old life kind of crumble away, Gemini, this is the energy of rebuilding your new life, making it that mansion you want it to be, making it everything that you want it to be in April 2022. So the Tower card is about rebuilding your life in the form factor you want it to be in, and most importantly too, it's the recognition that you have the ability as well to create anything you want. I think that a lot of people don't notice with the Tower that anytime the original structure of the way that a situation was, you may miss the way it was, you may miss how it is, but you can always create a better structure, For example, like if you are no longer at a certain job, or if a job of yours or an idea of yours fails, like you can always create a better idea. Like I think that's kind of the point here with the Tower card. It's like just because something crumbled doesn't mean you can't create something so much better. And I think that that's another message here. That's a massive reminder that you can create whatever it is that you want in your lifetime. And just because you had something that was once successful doesn't mean that you can't find or manifest or create something that's even more successful than what it is you've already had. I think it's important to recognize in life there's always something better. So Geminis, get your foot in the door this month in whatever it is over here that you are trying to work on, whether it is your personal business that you're developing, whether it's about the career path you're finally starting to choose, like maybe you're leaving your 9-to-5 job to go ahead and pursue your dream career of like being a rock star or something. Who fucking knows? But nonetheless, I believe in you. I hope you believe in yourself because we can do anything we want in this world. I am a firm believer of that. If you want to quit your job to become a rock star, I believe it could actually happen. 110%. If you want to quit your job to become the next world's famous artist, I think you can do that too. So at the end of the day, my best advice would always tell you guys, be practical. If you're quitting jobs, make sure you have money. And I think the greatest thing as well too is like, if you are taking risks in life, maybe it's okay to keep like a side job on the side while you're doing what it is you want to do. But at the end of the day, if you're all in and you're committed, just be practical. It's always good to have practicality mixed in with chasing after what it is you want, or not chasing after, doing what it is that you want. All right, Geminis, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in to your April 2022 tarot reading. If it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Please do enjoy the rest of your April, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love to my Geminis, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.